Hi everyone, welcome to Stampin' Storytellers. Today I have a fun fold card using the Coming Home stamp set and coordinating dies. We're going to add this little car into a scene in front of his house. And then I just pulled a sentiment from the Itty Bitty Christmas. I'm going to use this season's greetings, but lots of these ones could fit. Or if you have other small sentiments in another stamp set, you could use that as well. This is the card we're going to use, this tri-fold card. It really features the Trimming the Town Designer Series paper, and look at how cute that car is in front of his house. So to get started, I have a Whisper White card base, and it is 5.5 by 8.5, and I have scored it at the usual score of 4 1/4. Then I have another score that's at 2 1/8. So now that I've burnished that one, I can really see it. And we're going to cut off our triangle part. So I'm going to the bottom corner. The very bottom corner here is at your 2-inch line. And then in your blade or in your track is the top score. So now I have just cut off this much. Let's confirm that that's how much I should have. Yes. So now that we have that cut off, we can decide how long our designer series papers are going to be. So this one, I'm going to place right here. And I want it to have a nice even border. And then I'm going to cut along this top. So the sides are going to be even, and then I'm going to raise it just a little bit, so that's like double the width that you'd want showing. And then I'm just going to lay it in my track and cut it off. So that now, when I move it down, that 1/8 of an inch, then I have the perfect seam on all 4 sides. So we're going to repeat that with the next piece of designer series paper is going to go oh my goodness, I cut that the wrong way. That's okay. We'll do this one the other way. This piece I want to go here. So I'm going to leave a little bit larger gap on the bottom than on the 2 sides and lay it in my track. Good thing both sides of the designer series paper are perfect for showcasing. So that's going to go on this side. And this one goes here. So then this one I want to go here. So we'll take those 2 out and do the same thing. You could hand trim these, but I find it's easier to get them the right size and a proper straight cut if I just continue to use my trimmer. So then I have my 3 layers of DSP, and let's adhere those on. And these are just 2-inch strips of designer series paper. So you could get lots of strips out of one sheet if you were going to use the back and the front of both. That goes on this one. And then when you open it, this one will go here. And see, because I used my trimmer, they line up perfectly and I have nice straight edges. Then I have a layer of Poppy Parade. This is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And that one is going to go on this side. Now we can do some stamping. So I have a layer of Whisper White that is going to be for our inside. And then I also have a layer of Whisper White that I've cut with our stitched scalloped rectangles. So first I'll start with my snowflake image and stamp some snow in the background. I'll use Pool Party ink. It's also one of the coordinating colors in the Designer Series paper. And snow could be Pool Party, right? So I'll just stamp those all randomly. Try not to have them in perfect rows. Stamping is good when it's random. So there's my background. Then on this stitched scalloped rectangle, I'm going to put this Poppy Parade house. And to add some decoration to him, I'm going to stamp the little steam or the smoke that comes out of the chimney in basic gray. And then in soft suede, I'm going to stamp, basic gray again, the little light post that'll go right beside his house. So that piece is done for now. Back to this one. This is the one that I'm going to do soft suede trees. Just 2 at the bottom here. It just kind of fills in that one area where I don't have any houses. Now I have pre-die cut all of my other images, and I've even pre-stamped my Season's Greetings sentiment so that I didn't have to do that. Sometimes that one's a hard one to get on that tiny label and make sure that it's straight. So now that I can start applying all my pieces, I'll start with this Whisper White layer. And that'll fit perfectly on my Poppy Parade layer. Then I have my stitched rectangle. And that will go right there. Then I can put my house on. Then I'll add one little tree right beside the house. And my car, I will add up on a dimensional. Then you can add your sentiment. You could also stamp your sentiment up in the snow somewhere or on this label if you didn't have a long skinny one. And now we have this flap. So I'm going to put this house on here first and only put adhesive on the one side. There. And we want to fill in, see how you can see just the tiny little part of my greeting? That's why I added this tree behind it so that you couldn't see that until you actually opened the card. Isn't that sneaky? So I'll add adhesive to that. And then one more little tree on the other side of the house. Then one more embellishment. I have all the trimmings embellishments that are little dots. I'm going to add one star, oops, just to this lonely tree on this side. There we go. And then using some of these white dots. These are they're deceiving because they're actually flat. They're not round, which will be easy for mailing. And I got a smudge of ink up here, so I'm going to add a little white one right there. And then one more here. So this is a fun tri-fold card. It really features that designer series paper, and the house scenes are really easy to make. Another thing I thought of after I had already glued this all together was that you could add your layers of snow on this side with that die that comes with the stamp set that I used on one of my other projects. There are two long dies, one that just makes snow, like a snowbank, and one that has a snowbank with trees. So you could just use this smaller section and add some trees. You could even die cut it out of green, or green of your choice, so pear pizzazz or old olive would look really great on here too. And then to write, you could add a panel here, or you could simply write on the back and have it more of a display piece without your writing on the front. I hope you enjoyed my video today. Don't forget that my personal November special is, if you spend $125 in my online store, you will receive the A Merry Hello stamp set for free. That is this stamp set here. It is a host set, and the only way you can receive it is by using your Stampin' Rewards and using $14 of those towards this. I will give you this for free if you spend $125 in my store. So that's a really great deal for November, and there's only a few days left. If you have any questions or would like to purchase any other products, just head over to my blog, stampinstorytellers.blogspot.com. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye.